Holy Hannah, the Offroad Games. 3 days of insanity with awesome YouTubers both on and off-road. I was a bit starstruck, literally standing next to Bikes and Beards, Driver 61, Project Farm, Laura Farms, not to mention all of those I watch weekly. Matt, Rory, Bleepin' Jeep, Colt, Robbie, Holly. This is my Offroad Games story. Massive thank you to BSF Recovery for inviting me out to help make this an awesome experience for the fans. So right here is the mad scientist that made this possible, Gabe Clark. He was the fabricator behind the rental Jeep, the Jeep that BSF and Todd from Project Farm competed in. More on him in a minute.
Morning, Eric.
Good morning.
How's it going?
Well, mad rush to get everything ready. We got to air down the tires. We got a little wiring problem with the Jeep, but
Wouldn't be us if we didn't have a wiring problem.
So let's take a quick step back to see how we got here.
Well, today starts it. This rear end is going away. There's enough terrifying things going on back here that I don't even want to get into it.
So you and your team are coming out to Sand Hollow. We can't wait to see you, your off-road rig, and your new teammate in March.
Looks like we're going to Sand Hollow again. Don't know what we'll be driving. I think we call Gabe and see what he can build for us.
I've got an old Jeep YJ sitting here.
So the challenge was thrown. In 6 weeks, take a bone stock 88 YJ and make it able to compete against the rigs that Matt, Rory, Bleepin' Jeep, and the rest of the off-road YouTube stars are going to bring. Sure, just a short list.
It's been a long day in the garage and we're getting things figured out. Just a couple more larger things to figure out in the next 13 days. Anyways.
So do me a favor after this video, head over to Gabe's channel for some more cool build stuff, off-road adventures, and other general shenanigans. You'll see Gabe and I this summer wheeling in Moab, Sedona, Arizona, around the Vegas area, and Sand Hollow again. Alrighty, back to day one. There never is enough time to get everything done. We arrived at Sand Hollow with our booth stuff, the YJ, and everything else we needed to get done in about 30 minutes total. Here we have Brennan, Mitchell, Lauren, and myself throwing the merch and the meet and greet tent together in this crazy wind. And just like that, Eric and Todd are off in the YJ to take their turn up the mountain. Then all of a sudden, Brennan runs back and tells us he's lost the side-by-side. Bleepin' Matt had borrowed it and left it somewhere for us to pick up, but that location got lost in translation. So off, Chris and I go in the sand blaster that was the current weather conditions to find it. As each rig made it up the mountain, only the top few would advance to compete on Saturday. So we heard we were a crowd favorite, so we held our breath.
Day one complete. Eric ran up the hill with Project Farm. It seemed like a crowd favorite. You think we're going to make it to Saturday? Who knows?
We started out Friday morning, day 2, with more wind and a few pops of rain. Hey, caught a rainbow, check that out. The rest of the day was a PR push. It was our day off, so it was mostly our day to meet the other competitors and to make sure Eric and Mara had everything open to them. Blake here starts us off with a bang. After running the booth with Lauren yesterday, I got a chance to go out and mingle with the other competitors, or actually, get starstruck, stare awkwardly, and not say anything. Here's Jonah from Matt's team. He stopped by our booth to help push some merch and thank Eric for coming out.
Get yourself a t-shirt, get yourself some of the merch. It's awesome to have you.
Yes, thank you.
After this, Eric jumps up and grabs me to go run up the hill. I grab my cameras and off we go.
Eric, where are we going? Oh, we're just going to go up on the mountain and maybe heckle the guys that are running up there today.
Sounds like an awesome time.
Yeah.
We start making a beeline for the chute, and about halfway up, the YJ sputters to a halt. Oops. Wiring issue we forgot was getting taken care of mid-morning by Gabe and the crew before we left. But all kinds of people stopped by to offer help and just talk to Eric. Meanwhile, here's Gabe and the crew coming up. They've arrived and they're en route to us.
Gilbert to the rescue.
There are far worse places to break down than Sand Hollow Park, right? Yeah, it wasn't the most ideal time for it to happen, but the team jumped into action, got us fixed enough to get back down to the vendor area to finish the job. Driving back, I'm always amazed how humble Eric is. Everyone just waves to him, and he just stops and smiles back, usually striking up a conversation with anybody who wants to talk. Just a good salt-of-the-earth kind of guy. One of the funniest comments I saw during the weekend was something to the tune of, "BSF used mailbox letters on the YJ, so on brand." We all thought that was hilarious. They definitely were not mailbox letters, but yeah, we appreciated the down-to-earth comment. All that excitement behind us, Gabe took us out in Gilbert to check out the mountain, but we couldn't help ourselves but take on the chute.
Day 3, heading down to the beach.
So we found out late Friday night that Matt invited everyone back Saturday for some fun down in the wrecker pit. Rigs pulling rigs, wreckers pulling wreckers. Sounds like a heck of a time.
Hey y'all, we're down here at day 3 of the off-road games. We're sitting here getting all of our stuff lined up. We're going to see who comes out on top.
We'll be pulled in the sand around the arena or whatever. Then we'll pull somebody around the arena, etc., etc.
Okay, cool.
Just
That's going to be
kind
exciting.
of showing off.
Yeah.
You got any mental strategies you're going to coach Todd through, Eric?
Basically, just put it in gear and step on the throttle.
Let it rip.
Yeah, let her rip.
Remember a while ago when I said I was going to mingle, meaning I was just going to stand there and stare awkwardly, not say anything, and just let my anxiety hit an all-time high? Yep, this would be about that time. I'm surrounded by all the YouTubers I watch, and a bunch now that I'm watching as well.
Running in neutral is the default. If you need the help, you can put it in drive. If you need to hurt, I would recommend steering to hurt because that's going to look better than brakes.
So yeah, running in neutral, to slow them down, just steer a little bit one way or the other and then straighten back out. Steer.
I don't know if that is legal or safe, but it was very fun.
Absolutely. I got it right down to the top of the mountain up there and racing our friend.
Yeah. Turn it on.
And it's hard. So one of these trucks pulling another one around here is
So the first year is going to determine what we see more or less of. So don't be afraid.
millimeters on the side to squeeze that big truck through there. But they did it like a maybe put something sharp out there they have to avoid. Maybe landmines. That would be fun. Flags flying. Oh, look at that. He is making a turn. Fair, but have a feeling these competitors are going to find their own way to make it.
Listen to that. That's what I'm going to guys.
All right, hit it.
Tires are digging in. Let's see him go, Bob!
I think they can do it though. Nick, come on, you can do it. Give them a ball, cheer them on. Tell them put that next one down.
We're so low geared, we weren't even spinning the tires.
As quickly as it started, the closing ceremony is upon us. The whole team got up on stage to send merch out into the crowd.
Trail Mater wants to get in on this action. They're going to throw you some merch too. Give it up for Trail Mater.
People wonder why I record for hours and hours on end. It's for moments like this. You know, I only met Eric about a year ago, and he and the whole BSF Recovery team only recently welcomed me into the fold. Matt calls him the OG, the original YouTube off-road recovery guy, and all of the on- and off-road personalities at the games here seem to be genuine good people, but my experience with Eric this year at the games really showed that he's just happy to be here, and to have people think what he's doing is pretty darn neat. 150,000 subscribers, and he still takes the time to shake every hand that he possibly can.
Third place
Heck of a
loser
guy.
is Todd from Project Farm and Eric at BSF. Let's give it up for these guys. What do you guys say, Eric?
You know, we came with a untested Jeep and we ran it on the mountain. It did flawlessly. I guess we just weren't that exciting. But Todd did a wonderful job driving it, and Gabe did a wonderful job building it for me. I couldn't ask for better teammates, so I win.
Now, I'm going to have to say that he's probably going to need 3 or 4 more Jeeps so that he can compare them, correct?
I would love to do that. Let's do it. A big thank you to everyone that wanted me to come out. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the votes because I'm an off-roader. I'm not an off-roader, and teaming up with Eric was a lot of fun, and the entire team that built that Jeep did an amazing job. So thank you for coming out, and thank you for supporting us.
Good job. Let's give it up for Project Farm and BSF Recovery.
And just like that, it was over. Sunday marked the start of our trip home. We packed up the Airbnb, loaded up the YJ on the hauler, and started our way to Vegas. The rental Jeep's new home is in Vegas, and I look forward to the many trips out to the area that I'll be taking, as well as wheeling my Jeep Carl right along with it. You can catch that on this channel. Before you hit that next video button, I do need to make a special shout out. On the way back to Minnesota, our crew driving the trailer ran into some serious issues. The brackets and shackles holding the axles on the trailer broke near Fort Morgan, Colorado. Everyone's safe, but we were stuck trying to get the crew back on a Sunday morning, and they needed to be at work on Monday. You can imagine that finding a welder on a Sunday morning was damn near impossible. Then on the other end of the phone was Chris Jess of Dynamic Edge in Fort Morgan. Only 4 miles from where our guys broke down. They were able to strap the axles on safely and limp the trailer to Chris. Dynamic Edge is a sandblasting, metal fab, and powder coat shop right in Fort Morgan, and he was able to get us on the road unbelievably fast. Chris has a CNC plasma, 30 by 45 foot sandblasting room, and a 25 by 12 by 12 oven for powder coating. Talking with Chris was a pleasure, and if you need anything in this area, give him and Dynamic Edge a call. He's a stand-up guy. He'll do you right. I know that Gabe has a lot of plans for the rental Jeep. You'll get to subscribe to his channel for all those updates. That's it for my trip to the games. I can't wait for what next year will bring. Maybe this year I won't accidentally find myself on Fremont Street on St. Patrick's Day, or maybe I will. Ha ha!